Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? We have some classic farming simulator rain, which looks like hail. It always looks like hail. I don't know what the graphics would need to be in order to make it actually look like rain, but yeah, apparently that's not on the cards today. Anyway, I'm just having a bit of a wander around up here and exploring the picnic area. I have had people suggest... Oh, before I do any of that, my question for this week is, I am going to invest a little bit of money in something to earn us some money, some regular income. I want a regular income from something, because the crops aren't regular enough. So I am going to get $120,000 worth of bee houses, or a single solar collector, or some sheep. It's your vote, it's your game. There should have been a card come up in the top right hand corner for you to click on and take a look at, so you can make your vote and head into the comment section and tell us why you're voting for what you're voting for. Now, what's this? Polybius. Polybius? Polybius. Right, I have heard that this is a little Easter egg thing. Basically, there was supposed to have been an arcade game that had some terrible urban legend associated with it. And the arcade game never actually existed. It was just purely an urban legend. And this is supposed to be it. I don't know what it was supposed to do. Maybe it was supposed to drive the people that played it insane or something like that. I don't really know. But this is actually supposed to be the one. I knew that it was here in the map somewhere, I just didn't actually know where it was, so that was just pure chance that I've happened to stumble across that one today. Ooh, gold! We have 7 of 100. That was the other thing I was going to say. I have had a few people ask me why I don't go and get the all the gold nuggets on this map. The reason is because I've already got the gold nuggets on the time-lapse one, and I didn't really think people wanted me to get a free $1 million on this one. I mean, I might, talk about it today. This can be sort of one of the subjects for discussion in the comment section today. What do you think of the idea of me hunting down all of the gold nuggets? And I'm not just going to do it based on... I'll take into consideration what everybody's saying in the comment section. But I mean, if enough of you want it, then I might put it up actually for a weekly question. Do you want me to spend a day going after all the gold nuggets? That could be something that we do. So yes, that's today's topic of discussion in the comment section. I do occasionally ask you to sort of try and focus your comments around a particular subject. That is today's subject. This field here... You remember I said that I was going to find out the other ones that were owned by Richard Wright. I found a very helpful post on Reddit which showed the fields that the other fields that farmers own. This farmer here, Richard Wright, he owns this field and he owns field 1. He doesn't own any others. That is $10,700 if we do that. That's just planting there. I've done all the potatoes in that field. It's completely planted. There are no more missions available for this field for the time being. There'll be the odd fertilizing one, and then obviously we'd be able to harvest it when the harvesting comes up. We won't if the weather is anything like today's. This is horrible weather. This will actually give us a chance. I don't know if this actually classes as rain, or if it's just hail, or what. But apparently the ground response mod, you should have more slipping when it's raining, so we could test that out actually if we do a bit of work here. I'm going to continue on with the week's theme of doing a load of contracting so we can earn money. So let's take a look. Well, that's only $6,000. That is a Series 7. Now I've had a lot of people saying they want me to get the Series 7, even though that only finished third on the four tractors. I think it was for Sosnyovka. That was the third. It finished third. Massey was first, and then Case was second. So then that did surprise me. I thought that it would have done better than that, but apparently it didn't. But I know that there are a lot of people that do like it. Right, we got the Mackley RT, that's the Lamborghini, and the Optima 5. It's a smaller seed drill. I wanted to get this one because of the extra money that we get. I don't know if I'll be time-lapsing this. It's a nice big tractor, so we can use, quite happily, use the GPS system. And just back up. This tractor sounds nice. That stayer that we were using yesterday to plant those potatoes was a very schnazzy looking beast. Although, I originally had 90 minutes to finish that mission. I did it in with 55 minutes to spare in the end. So it doesn't take as long as you think, especially when you've got the GPS going. The GPS makes such a massive difference to it. This one folds out like this. It spreads out like that. And we're planting sugar beet in this field. I suspect that this one will be harvested with the tractor-mounted gear rather than the big self-propelled harvester. But I don't know about that. Right. Now, I'm going to turn the mini-map off, and I'm not going to move while I bring up the GPS system because of the issues that we have with it causing lag when I'm using it. For some reason, it makes everything lag terribly. So I'll just move the lines over a tiny fraction. There we go. They can go there. Turn those off. Turn that one on. There. End of the row. I want to go that way, and I want to skip a line all the way through. Right, that's all good. Excellent. I'll take that off. Engage the GPS, and now we should be good to go. So let me lower that one down. Turn the seed drill on, and away we go. Right, this one's got a top speed of 39 miles an hour. Is it actually slipping at all in the field? Doesn't seem to be slipping very much. This is a faster seed drill than planting potatoes. You don't see much of a difference in texture between the two. You can't see a lot today. It is hideous. Hang on a minute. Is my GPS actually going? For some reason it's turned off. Right, let's try that. It should now straighten up and actually go. There. Now, why did it do that? Shouldn't have done. Just kept going. Well, maybe I actually turned it on. I could have switched the GPS system off completely instead of just hiding the interface. That is a definite possibility. I would do something like that. That is the kind of thing that I do. So now we get to the end of the row. And, right, as soon as he starts to turn, I'm going to lift that one up. He should come back up. Oh. How much is he actually skipping this turn? Is that skipping 1 or 2? I think he's skipping 2, actually. That's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, well, we'll leave it like this. So, yeah, because I've got the auto cruise engaged, I really should lower this down. If I lower it down like that, yeah, if you look down in the bottom corner, I've now got the maximum speed set at 11 miles an hour. We're sowing at 9 miles an hour, but the maximum speed is set at 11. So when it gets to the end and I raise it up, it's not going to try and take off without me. And that's one of the big issues that I get with it, is trying to sort of raise and lower it faster. Right, we'll raise that one up. It seems to be... Oh, now what's it doing? I don't think it knows what it's doing, to be honest. I'm going to bring it back up again. Apologise for any laggy jumps that it's doing at the moment while I'm holding this control button down, because I want the lines up for the end of the row. I want to see what we're doing. For some reason it's not doing it properly. So we've got 11 miles an hour there. I went and had a look. Oh, and the list of field owners that I was talking about. There are a few owners that own 3 fields, but not very many. I think there's 2, maybe 3. Field 5, that mega field, and a lot of people would think, oh, I'll tell you what, I won't bother working field 5. I'll find the other fields that farmer owns. I'll work those. I'll get a nice reduction. Yeah, see, it jumps over. It's just a fraction too tight a corner for this one to be able to turn, unfortunately. So it's going over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm pressing control just in case it leaped and jumped for you. I'm going to go an extra lane, go to 2 lanes. So hopefully that will set it right and it will straighten itself up a little bit better. But yeah, so field 5, the person that owns field 5, that's the only field he owns. So you can't get that field cheaper by working other fields, which is actually kind of cunning, I think, on the part of Giants there. It's quite a good little plan there that they've instigated, in that if you want to get field 5 cheaper, you've got to work field 5. You can't go along and work a small field. I mean, we could here, we could work this field and not bother working field 1, and then we would get field 1 quite a bit cheaper. That would work out quite nicely. Right, is it going to allow us to do... Yes, it will. So it will do it properly if we do it that way, and that way it's coming in a bit straighter when it lines in as well. So that helps the situation a bit, I think. We'll be able to do one more pass, and then we're going to have to change lanes and then re-engage it so that we can continue on. I'm not sure. I was thinking I might do an extra little time lapse for you, because I have said I'm only really going to do 1, maybe 2 per week. Sort of maybe 1 for Goldcrest and then another mini time lapse in Sosnyovka. I was thinking I might do 1 today, but I don't think I will, purely because of this rain. This is pretty horrible, and it's not going to look... It doesn't look very good on time-lapse. I have done it before, but it's kind of something I don't really like doing anymore, because the end result isn't very satisfactory as far as I'm concerned. I'm quite picky. Ooh, now, it's not done it properly that time, but if I back up a bit, it's correcting itself slightly. There we go. Right, so we'll let that one come down that line, and then I'm going to need to turn it round myself at the end of the field. As soon as I've turned it round, I'm going to go ahead and finish this field, and then I will get back to you afterwards, and we'll decide what we're going to do next, because really, we haven't got any more jobs to do on field 1, and this is the final job here. I don't think we'll have another job to do after this. There may... I suppose we might actually have a fertiliser job. I'm not quite sure. This one does actually have sugar beet and fertiliser, so we could be doing both jobs at the same time with this particular job. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, we need to see what else we're going to do. Maybe we'll have a drive around and see if there's any other work to do, because we've still got to earn all of our money. We've got a huge pile of money that we've got to earn. Right, it's not actually done any auto turning on this particular row, and now I've just disengaged a GPS, so I'm going to back up and then come in here, so I'm in the next lane over, and it's already in the correct direction. So if I just Control W, that engages the GPS, and lower it down there, and then auto cruise, and we're away. Okay, I will finish this field now. It's getting a bit dull, and the weather is not very... It's not really helping things, is it? I don't like this weather. I think it's going to be a dreary day all day today. Yes. Anyway, I'm gonna. I will. I've rattled enough. I will finish this field, and then we'll see what we're going to do next. Okay, I've nearly finished. I've done 2 passes across the field, up and down all the way, because obviously we were taking every 3rd line. So now I'm actually on the 3rd line for the final working across the field, and I've got the lines up for the GPS. The reason is, I mean, obviously you wouldn't have this overlay on your tractor cab in real life, but you would have your computer screen down to the side telling you what you're doing. And the reason I'm doing this is because I've got to go quite slow when I turn at the end of the line, because if I go even just a tiny bit too fast, he slides forward ever so slightly, and then he goes into the next row, which is not what you want. So if I go steady while I go into it, he'll do the turn properly, and then we can lower down the seed drill behind us, and we can carry on. And that one's working away quite nicely. I'm quite pleased with the results from that one. I was just admiring this cab. It's very nicely laid out, nice and comfortable here. You've got your screens and your monitors here with everything, every tiny little detail you could possibly want on them. And looking at all of the stuff that we've got here, it really makes me want to drive this tractor. I would really like to have a go with this tractor. You got that green button over there. There's the 3-point linkage, lifting up and down. Right. So yeah, if we were in real life, I think we'd press that button. You might not though, because you also have controls here where you can program a set height and lower. So you just press a button once. It would be on the main console bit there. You sort of have a look there. There's a joystick in front of you. You've got the steering wheel, and then just to the immediate right of that, you've got the computer screen. And then in front of that, sort of almost between the screen and the steering wheel, there's like a lever with a number of buttons on it. And if you look carefully, you can see there's 3 green ones at the top there. And I think those are the ones that you use for programming your raise and lower on your 3-point linkage. I think they are. I'm not entirely certain because I haven't driven one that has got most of these capabilities before. A lot of this has been added since I was regularly driving tractors. I drove relatively simple tractors compared to these. So, yeah, it's... Right, let me just lift that one up. We turn round. Now we turn nice and steady. This should... Actually, I think this will be the final pass across the field. This is it here, ladies and gentlemen, our final pass. We have got some bits on the headland that we haven't done, which is why we're down to this much. So we'll see how much money we get. And really, this is what we're going to be about for a little while, is we need to do more contracting. So I think I'm going to have to do some next week. I'm still undecided on Field 5. Of course, the other way that we could get the money is possibly go for the gold nuggets. Go and collect all of the gold nuggets around on the map. So that is today's topic of discussion. Let me know if you want me to do it. I've had several people say, why don't I go and get it? Right, that has got us another nearly $14,000, which is excellent. So we're up to $170,000. If we were to get the $1 million for the gold nuggets, we would... what would we do with it? We would certainly get rid of the Valtra and the Stayer, and we would buy 2 tractors. So I would put those... The 2 tractors that I got would definitely be up for vote. I might... Well, yeah, I would. I would just put them up completely for vote. So that's your discussion for today. And in particular, I know that there's a lot of people that have suggested I should go and get them. But I want to hear from the people who think that I shouldn't get the gold nuggets and why you think I shouldn't get them. Is it going to be too much? Is it going to be breaking the realism a little bit too much? Is it sort of going to spoil the immersion a bit if we go and just get a free $1 million like that? I am very aware that it could spoil the game experience for quite a few people. So I don't want to do anything unnecessarily. I don't really want to spoil anything. I'm thinking, actually, because we're quite close to the sawmill here, well, that's wood chips that you sell there. And if we come over here, we've got some trees just up here. And, right, well, there's a couple of trees there. I want to get some tall trees. And we sell the logs right there in that bit there. So we could actually, I mean, we don't even need to, like that tree there. This is what we're going to do, because we do have a chainsaw, don't we? Yes. Right, we have a chainsaw. That one there, that one would actually be fairly easy to take down. And there's something that I've been wanting to try, is that people have been telling me that I've been cutting these trees wrong. Now, normally when I go to cut them, I cut them at an angle in the hope that they will fall over, but people have been telling me, put it completely sideways like that, because it will auto-notch the tree then, and then it will actually fall over instead of being magical and just staying right where it is. Now, I'm not planning to come and grind these stumps away, so I will cut it down as low as I can. And... take that one through. Right, let's see how it does with auto-notching. It works! Ha-ha! Excellent! Right, that one stopped moving. I want to now, if I turn the chainsaw that way and just come over here like this, we run along the tree like this. It's amazing how quickly you can strip the branches off of a tree. Just like that. Right, that one will roll down there. It's not going to take long to chuck them in there, actually, because the one log at one end, you can cut this one quite long. So we'll cut that one there. Right, that's one. And then this one here has got to be shorter, obviously, because it's big. But this isn't a very big tree that we got here. So we should be able to do a few. I think this is what we're going to do for the rest of this episode, is we're going to chuck a few logs into the sawmill. And as we're quite close... I apologise for anybody that thinks this is kind of cheating because we're right next to a sawmill, but I don't think it is. There's trees here. They're paying us for the logs. I think that, you know, we are still having to cut them up. It's not exactly easy work, this. And anyone who's ever used a chainsaw in real life will know that it is actually quite hard work using a chainsaw. It is not the easiest thing in the world. It's heavy. It's extremely noisy. And I mean, yes, you do wear all the safety gear and everything as well, but it's quite a difficult job, and it's all you're aware that it's an extremely dangerous job as well. One tiny slip and you could be in a lot of serious trouble with a chainsaw. Right, we can throw these logs actually. I do like that we can throw stuff as well. Right, we'll pick that one up and lob it down there. Excellent. Right, we get a little bit of money from doing some tree harvesting. I know that I did do this quite a bit in Sosnovka. I did an entire episode of it, and I have actually got everything ready in Sosnovka for my next episode, which means I did do some more, but I will talk about that more in tomorrow's episode. Over in Eastern Europe, we are going to do the magic of rushing from this side of the world all the way over to Eastern Europe between today and tomorrow. And, right, throwing these logs is actually working quite well. Now, if I lob that one over there, it should go into this... Oh, no, it's not going to reach the sell point yet. Throw. There's one. Right, that's $100 for that bit. We had another 70. You don't get a huge amount of money, but then these trees... This isn't, you know, huge trees, is it? Right, and $68. Right. What did that get us all together? That's about $500, wasn't it? Maybe $400? $400 to $500 for that one tree. That's not too bad. Let's see if we can get another one. That's a much bigger tree there. That's a huge tree. And so's that one. Which is closest? That one's a bit small. I think that big tree. So we got that big tree up there. Or I think it's that one there, which seems to be an older tree. This is something else I've noticed. Now, is this just the way that the trees grow now? Some of them just happen to look like that. It's like more random models. Or is it an older tree that is actually going to die? Do the trees actually die on the map? This is something I don't know. I haven't run any map long enough to find out yet. But if anybody does know, please let me know. That would be a really cool thing to find out. Do the trees actually age and die? I think that would be an absolutely amazing thing if they did. Right, I'm going to cut that one. Actually, if I cut it this way, it might roll in the right direction. Or is it not going to... Yeah, it's better if I can go downhill. There we go. Right, put it there. It's fairly low to the ground, I think. It looks like the tree is moving slightly with the wind. Okay, now we have a magic tree. It might be because I... let's cut it down a bit further. If I cut there, I should be able to just take that slice out. I was actually able to do that previously. There we go. Right, now it sort of slide over. The tree's still standing. Well, we can pick the log up. We have a log right out of the tree. I mean, the tree is still there, but still. Right, there's one log. They're still going. Excellent. Right, we're going to need to do another cut on this one. How shall I do this? If I come down here, I think that's going to be too big. I don't think I'll be able to pick that piece up now. Let's come through there. Now what's it doing? At last! Timber! Oh, and we can pick that one up as well. To be fair, the last time I was doing it, it was with poplar trees, and they grow huge. The trunks on the poplar trees is massive. They do slide a long way down that hill. So anyway, my question for this week is, I am going to get some placeables, or, well, no, I want something that is going to give me a bit of return, a regular income. So do you want me to get some beehives? Do you want me to get a solar collector? Or do you want me to buy some sheep, put them in the sheep paddock and give them grass and water? It's your vote, it's your game. Head into the comment section, tell us why you're voting for what you're voting, but don't forget to mouse over the I and actually cast your vote on the poll, because that is how we do our voting. All the way up there and stop. Oop, fell right off the edge. That's actually stripped every single branch off. That is a lot faster than doing it normally by hand. We've got a little bit left over there. That can stay there, that's fine. And I'm hoping that if I cut there, I'll be able to pick that end piece up. Hopefully I can. It's trying to judge how much you can pick up in one go. That's always the big question, is how much can you actually get in one go. Pick that up there. I've almost run out of time now. So, yes, if you would, I mean, I like the idea of going and getting the gold nuggets. We'll do it all in one episode. We won't do a load of episodes of it, but we will do it in one episode. I will get all the gold nuggets and sort of make a day of it, have a little event. And I won't spend the whole lot all at once if I was to get it. Like I said, I would get a couple of tractors. We would we'd possibly just replace the Valtra with another one the same, but actually one that we own. But then again, I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't quite made my mind up with the Valtra. We might, upgrade it and get the bigger Valtra. And if we got the bigger one, that would be pretty cool, because that's also got the reverse drive on it. And then you've got a Deutz tractor as well. And I know there are a few people that would like me to use the Deutz tractor. And there's a few sort of a few fans of the Deutz. So they're very keen on me getting one. And I quite like it as well. It's a nice looking tractor. It is a bit of a beast, especially the bigger ones. But the tractor that I'm particularly keen to get, let's just take a look over here. If we were to get all of this money, I mean, we could go for a bigger tractor. We could go for the Series 7 Deutz. That's $185,000. And obviously we could put care wheels on it if we want to. The T Series is the one that we've got at the moment. But then if you look through here, we've got the Valtra S Series. Now that is a bit of a monster. That is some beast. We've got the Fendt as well. That one is another reverse drive tractor. Those are a lot of money. And then you've got the Challenger, the skid steer ones. These things here, these are phenomenal. These are huge. These are some big tractors. But mostly, I would be interested in maybe getting one of these, the Field Python or the Field Viper going. That would be pretty cool. I think we would have to use some of the money to buy fields, and obviously we would be buying Field 1. That is one that's on our list of things to buy, but we could probably stretch out and buy another one at the same time. I am going to stick with my original thing of doing contracting and earning the money to buy Field 1, so we would then have enough money to buy some extra fields on top of that. So I'm not going to be able to sell all this stuff now before I go, but I will sell this tree before I right, that one's too heavy. That one's too heavy. That one's too heavy. I sense a pattern developing here. Right, I've got one at last. Right, I'm going to go and cut all of those other ones in half. That is a heavy log. I couldn't throw that one very far at all. Yeah, I'll sell all of this tree before I finish, before next episode, so that we've got the money from it. It's not just going to sit here wasted. And yeah, so if you've enjoyed this episode, please head down below and give me a like. And if you really enjoyed it, please tell your friends all about me. Get them to vote, get them to watch as well, rather, not vote as well. That would be awesome. And just come over here, cut up some more. Yeah, I will sell this tree, and next week we're going to be doing some more contracting. We've got more that we've got more money that we need to earn. Our crops, obviously, they're going to be growing as well. I might actually just wait indoors until it stops raining, by which time our crop may have moved along a bit. It will be, I don't know if it'll be ready to harvest anytime next week. It might be the week after, but we have beans that we've planted, so we need to take that into consideration. Also, I'll find out what you guys want me to invest in, and if it's sheep, we might have to do some grass cutting and so on. But anyway, until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later. Let's see if I can pick that one up now. Excellent. Bye.